Montana, a sprawling outdoorsman's Eden with ice-covered peaks and unspoiled wilderness. Patrolling and protecting these natural resources is a first-class band of peace officers. These are the Wardens, dedicated to the preservation of the last best place.
Hunter, he's gonna shoot something right there.
Where? You get on him. Did you kill one?
I hit one. This is safe, correct, sir?
Yes, part of it is. Where you're aiming isn't.
Well?
That is not a feasible story that it fell off that cliff.
No, there's no way, Paul.
Where's the line at up there? Yeah, that cliff story is a load. Okay, we're gonna go up and look at a trespassing deal. I was clear on the other end of my district last night, which is about a good 45 miles away. A landowner caught some guys trespassing, got their information, so we're gonna go patrol our way up there and then talk to the landowner and talk to the guy that, well, talk to the hunters, obviously, and check it out. There's still a little bit of snow on the ground, so it might tell us what really happened. They killed a deer, but the landowner wasn't sure what it was, buck or doe or whatever, so we will find out.
Nearly 300 miles away in Region 4, investigator Brian Goley is patrolling an area where state land merges with private ownership. There are numerous examples in Montana where this occurs, with no boundary markers or fence lines. The Wardens are efficient at protecting private property rights, while ensuring trespass incidents are minimized.
12 County.
Brian quickly spots mule deer hunters that are testing the border between private and state land. He approaches their vehicle, parked on the wrong side of the road.
730 dispatch.
Is there anybody even in this truck?
Hunter, he's gonna shoot something right there.
Where?
Right
You
there.
get on him.
Go ahead.
Why are you parked in the middle of the road?
I'll get on the side, sir.
Yeah, it's against the law to do that. Who's this guy right here?
He's Mark.
Is he hunting?
He is.
All right, you guys get off the road when it's icy. We get a lot of complaints down here on the state land.
We'll do.
Oh yeah, he's about to smoke one.
Dispatch order, go first.
I got here too early. That, where he was standing is state land. Where he was shooting is not.
The hunter shot at a deer, but it fled towards private. Unsure of the boundary, the hunter returns to his vehicle, where Brian waits to get a better read on the situation.
Run across the street when there's a car coming. You guys are, geez, look at this. What are you doing running across the street when there's ice? Are you crazy?
I'll make it.
Yeah, but they may not. They're gonna hit the skids and wipe out.
This is safe, correct, sir?
Yes, part of it is. Where you're aiming isn't.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I wouldn't lie to you. I have no reason to. Did you kill one?
I hit one.
All
Sir,
right.
I gotta go up and get him.
All right. Well, you're pretty close. I can tell you that.
I know I am, sir.
Do you have your actual GPS unit or anything?
We looked at it.
Okay.
And we looked and said.
Yeah, it's
we,
right.
We all agree.
It goes right. I'll have to look
That's
at it
him right
myself.
there on this guy. You can see him.
The one moving?
No. Yeah. He might be bedded down. He was right on the top.
Back in Region 5, just outside the town of Columbus, Montana, Warden Lupke is checking in with a landowner who reported an alleged trespassing and illegal game harvest.
It's probably 200 yards from the cattle guard, this way.
Oh,
And there's blood. I went down there and I was like, I couldn't really see where they trucked. I don't know if they carried it or what, but there's blood where they loaded it.
Okay.
But
Did they even gutted it?
It doesn't look like it to me, no.
Okay, so where were they when you found them?
I was down there just kind of hanging out because there's been a lot of crap. I've been seeing tracks. They've been dropping guys off, and then they're walking across Painter Road and they're picking them up. So I was
like
like,
a million people down there.
yeah. So I was like, I'll just sit here for a while. Yesterday I wasn't really doing much.
Yeah.
So I sat there and I heard a shot, and I was like, well, somebody's gonna show up eventually. And sure enough, here they come. Red pickup pulls up. Kid gets out. Another pickup's coming up behind him. So at this point, I'm like, they're out. They're walking. He's out on Painted Road. So I turned around. I went back down there, and I was pretty mad.
Yeah.
I talked to them, told him to get the hell out of here, this, that, and that. When he pulls up, he's talking on a radio, the driver, and I'm like, what's going on here? Told him basically to beat it. In the second pickup with the Washington plates, puts it in reverse and backs all the way, like, I don't know, a quarter mile to where I'm at.
Yeah.
And he hops out and he's doing the old, well, they shot a buck up here and it fell off the cliff. And I said, yeah, if I had $1 for every time I heard that forever,
Yeah.
3 or 4 times this year I've had that, and whatever.
Well, let's go down there if you got time.
Yeah, you got a minute?
Yeah. Well, so at some point they came way on to you, even way before they dragging that deer out, so. Yeah, that cliff story is a load. Never mind. We got a trespassing issue from yesterday, and we're following the landowner out. He's gonna show us where this deer was dragged out, and the guys are claiming they got it on a neighboring property where they have permission. It fell off a cliff, which is not a very good story, so we'll go out there and see. There's still hopefully enough snow that we can get a little bit of indication what actually happened.
These high cliff features are called rim rocks. They typically create a steep drop-off, a feature that will deter deer from jumping in most cases.
There's more snow.
Yeah, I can see some drag there.
Yeah, just follow it back. And...
Yeah. But that's all I know, I was talking to these guys, and the kid, when I saw him, he was jumped out, he was headed up here.
I guess that's...
Been busy?
That's the drag, isn't it?
Yes. They definitely didn't gut it. Yeah, right there. This was last night, right? Yeah. Unfortunately, it got kind of warm and this snow kind of settling on us here.
I got blood.
You still got blood? Okay, there we go. There should theoretically be more blood. We have a footprint right here. You can kind of see it actually.
Well,
that is not a feasible story that it fell off that cliff.
No, there's no way, Paul.
Where's the line at up there?
Up on top.
Okay. So, I mean, any of the cliff that we see is still on you, right?
Yes.
There's no way they shot it and fell off the damn cliff.
Well, that's why I was pretty skeptical.
Yeah. I mean, I thought maybe it was gonna be like a smaller cliff. Yep.
Back in Region 4, Warden Goalie is attempting to sort out a possible trespass violation and help a hunter retrieve an injured muley.
I know. Down. He was right on the top.
Okay.
And I thought I had some extra ammo in my pocket.
How many times you shoot?
Twice.
All right. So you gonna be able to go get him, or?
Oh, I'm gonna get some more ammo.
Okay. You guys stay off the road. Okay. Go up and get him, and we'll sit here and watch, and we'll make sure everything's okay.
Okay.
But you're real close there. I'd have to walk up and look.
Well, the deer up on top. He's not that far.
Okay.
He's on this first knob that comes down.
Right. Okay. I'll be waiting. Get your stuff and go get him.
With property lines unmarked, Brian gives the hunter the benefit of the doubt while still protecting the private landowner's rights.
He's close. So he's gonna be awful close. See, we're sitting there. It's 327 yards.
Modern GPS units can be equipped with maps that pinpoint property lines, a valuable tool if they are used properly in the field.
Woo-wee! It is chilly, baby, chilly. Welcome to the winter.
Wardens see their job as serving the public, not just enforcing the laws. Brian takes the time to join the search party in order to help locate the deer. However, during routine conversation, a secret is revealed. This hunter has a past of pushing the limits.
No other tickets? Are you revoked in Wyoming?
I'm Montana resident, which I've been here.
But I asked you if you're revoked for hunting in Wyoming.
Oh, for 4 years.
You are?
Region 4, near Augusta, Montana. Warden Brian Goley is helping a hunter locate a mule deer he shot. He is also looking for evidence to determine if it was shot on private property or state land.
Had to be right in here when you shot. You know what I mean? I just want to see actually where he got hit. See how much blood blew off. So you're quite a ways off the state land there.
You know, that close, sir.
If you didn't know, you shouldn't shot. And there's other people hunting in here, so you don't want to ruin their hunt, right?
No.
Then you have a GPS, right?
Correct.
So you know how to read it?
I do.
Okay.
Unable to find any sign of blood, the group returns to the truck. Goley takes the opportunity to learn more about the hunter and his past violations.
For what?
In 2005, big Wyoming, I've got a deer out there.
Okay. Anything since then?
Justin, I got a no warrant.
Okay.
Because I was,
What else?
that's it.
No other tickets? Are you revoked in Wyoming?
I'm Montana resident, which I've been here.
But I asked you if you're revoked for hunting in Wyoming.
Oh, for 4 years.
You are? So you got it back?
Yes.
Okay.
2010.
That's a fair question on my point. Shouldn't have confused you. I just wanted to know if you got revoked for the 2005 violation.
Yes.
Okay, because if you're revoked there, you're revoked here.
I know.
Any other violations in Montana besides the Hunter Orange? Because I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look.
He might have written, I think he did get me on shooting over the hood.
Okay, and that's it, or any other things? You've never been contacted by a warden since then? Sure?
Yes.
How about you guys? Nothing?
No, sir.
All right.
With the background story revealed, Brian makes a plan to help locate the wounded buck. With permission from the landowner, he will search the private land in hopes of kicking it up.
Up there? I'll meet you up there in a little while, guys. It's just gonna take me a little time. And if I get it, I get it. If I don't, we'll have to come, we'll just see what happens. Watch that coulee, though, and if you see it, I'll be back around.
Okay.
Do not shoot it on that property till I'm with you, okay? Oh, there's more to the story than just that.
Warden Paul Lupke is piecing together an investigation in Region 5. A hunter claimed his deer jumped from the rim rocks onto private land after it was shot. The landowner is not buying the hunter's story and called in Paul to investigate.
No more blood though at all, huh? Boot track. See another one over there? Yeah. Okay. Well, that doesn't mean he didn't come down. You know, he could have shot it from up there, hit it down here, then hiked down to it. There's no way it fell off a damn
The mule deer go up in these little box canyons and they bed down in the afternoon, and then they come out here to graze.
Running out of snow. I see a boot track right there, though. Right there. Well, so at some point they came way onto you, even way before they just dragging that deer out. So, yeah, that cliff story is a load. And this is all still you, clear up in those trees. There's your guts.
There, bud.
Okay, this is when we really need some. Yeah, and they go and they leave their gloves.
Yeah,
Jeez. Let's see if we can.
With the evidence leading the way, it doesn't take long for the truth to come out. Next, on Wardens. Region 5 Warden Paul Lupke has followed a faint trail to the kill site. The deer was field dressed on private property, but a blood trail leading to the remains may tell a different story.
Really? Oh yeah, here's the blood right here too. When he run out of here.
That tells a pretty good story
Right there.
It's like a blood splatter, spatter.
Well, maybe when he stood up. No, I don't know.
Yeah, there's blood right there.
So
Blood right there.
once, maybe this could be.
I don't know. It doesn't matter what you want it to be. It's just whatever it is.
Yeah, whatever it is. I mean, if that's the case, then that's all good, and they didn't lie.
This tree, so he came for this tree right there.
That'd be great. Will there be blood on there? Yeah, there's blood on the rock.
Yeah, there's blood on this. Yeah, there's hair and stuff down here. You know, he was hit and tumbling.
Well, they're not gonna fake. I mean, that's for real.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He'd come off right there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I guess we got to have a little faith in humanity after all, don't we? Follow the evidence and act accordingly.
Well,
it was nice of you to give him permission to go get it.
I'm not gonna leave it. You know, if that happens, I hunt too. I know exactly how it can be.
They're tough.
I've never seen a mule deer jump off a cliff, but hey, first time for everything.
All right, I'm satisfied if you're satisfied.
I'm fine. That's fine. Those guys weren't full of it.
Region 4 Warden Brian Goley is helping find a deer that hunters claim was shot on public land but escaped onto private property. In the process, he found evidence to support the buck may have been on private when shot.
He told me he was on state land when he shot it, and the deer was on state land when he saw it, but I can't see the tracks where it was on state land. It was close, but he pushed it up the coulee a little bit. I actually found where he shot. He told me he shot twice, and I actually found on the ground where the bullet hit. And every time, he was about 100 yards off the state land the first time, and the second time he shot, he's probably 300 yards off. Just his mannerisms and stuff, too. He seems like kind of, he doesn't, you know, like he kind of can do what he thinks he can do what he wants. And that kind of attitude I worry about a little bit, because it's probably going to continue to get him in trouble, because it looks to me like he does stuff right on the edge all the time.
A quick call to the landowner secures permission to access the property and look for the deer.
I'll go up here and try to find it. So I'm just letting you know I'm in here. And I'll see what I can do. I got some issues with the guy besides just this, so I'll address it here in a little while. All right. Talk to you later. Getting in this rut. Across my road.
A thorough search for the mule deer comes up empty. Brian returns to the main road to meet up with the hunting party and discuss the situation.
Okay, jump in for a sec. All right, so I can't find this deer anywhere. I mean, I have looked in every coulee. I'll be right back with you. You just wait here. Okay, guys, do you have your GPS unit?
I do.
Okay. So when you guys were pulled over down there and he said that there was a deer there, did you look at that?
We did.
Okay, and did you guys agree that the deer was on state land?
It was on state land.
When you first saw it?
Yep.
Okay, okay. All right, you guys. Thank you very much. Okay, man, for now, you are free to leave, all right? And when you come back to this place, please make sure that you are actually on the state land when you shoot and do all that, okay?
Yeah, I never met. Well, and you know, if he would have jumped a fence, if there would have been a fence separating it, I've never hardly seen that, where there's just...
It's everywhere. So there's a lot of state land that doesn't have fences. There's a lot of BLM land that doesn't have fences. There's a lot of Forest Service that doesn't. And there was no fence there because there is no fence there. You just have to try a little harder next time and either make a better shot or don't push the limits of the boundaries of the law. Because you failed. You went over the law. You went over the hill and down. You could be charged for criminal trespass or for hunting without landowner permission. Okay, but because you were close, we're gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. All right, you're free to go.
When private and public property merge, it's the hunter's responsibility to know exactly which side of the line he is on. A mutual respect for hunter and landowner alike can help ensure a better future for hunting and for Montana's hunting tradition. Montana, a sprawling outdoorsman's Eden with ice-covered peaks and unspoiled wilderness. Patrolling and protecting these natural resources is a first-class band of peace officers. These are the Wardens, dedicated to the preservation of the last best place. This week on Wardens.
So, hey, let me know if you see any dead deer on the sides of the road.
Basically, just unlawful possession, game animals.
Another big-bodied buck.
Right now, it's over 10 grand. Loss of hunting and fishing privileges for a number of years. Yeah, it's gonna screw up their life for a while, but they're the ones that pulled the trigger. They're the one that made the decisions.
Whitefish, Montana is known for its tranquil beauty and diverse wildlife. Resting in the shadow of Glacier National Park, Whitefish residents enjoy their quiet town. But in 2012, a wildlife crime spree shook this small Montana community.
So what we've got here is for that Whitefish case, we've got a bunch of tickets. We've got, this is for one individual here. There are over 30 tickets, but some of them have multiple counts. So as far as the total amounts of bond or fines or any of that stuff, I'd have to do the math, and I haven't yet. This is for the two major players. This is for one guy, and this is for the other. It's a pretty thick pile. And then we'll give them 2 weeks to appear in court, enter a plea, and then we'll have fun after that. So anyway, that's... I won't lie to you, it does feel a little good to have a little resolve to this, but it's not over yet. Is this exactly, is it the same area, same field? We got our hands full. We got another deer down.
Over the past few weeks, Region 1 wardens have investigated the killing of close to 20 deer, each wasted and left to rot along the road from where they were apparently shot under the cover of darkness.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am just kind of putting the hair down and back just to see if there's any holes. You know, little holes. The suspects that we've had are using small calibers. There's a broken leg there, or if it's coming from a wound. Got a broken leg, you don't want to dismiss it as roadkill, because when you look at it a little closer, actually, it's got a little hole right there. And there is a bullet fragment. So that's not going to give us enough to match it to a rifle or anything. It sucks to see these big bucks, trophies for a lot of people, and they shoot them and leave them.
This 2012 thrill kill had both the Wardens and the Whitefish community troubled. With each reported poaching, tempers flared over the wanton disregard for the law and destruction of wildlife. However, with each instance, Region 1 wardens found evidence that helped build a case and move one step closer to solving these heinous crimes.
They're like vultures. I think I should go out there. Hey Wes, I got another one up here on Farm to Market. Another big buck. It looks like it's been here a little longer. Whitetail buck. Looks like 4x4. We've got 2 slugs out of that. Both are in really good shape. So we'll definitely get some info from that. They seem to be similar enough to the ones we got out of the other deer to make believe it's the same shooter, same event. Getting evidence. We're your catcher guy. We got tons of charges on him. We just need to figure out who it is, and we'll match it to him and stick it to him.
In 2012, Region 1 wardens were totally immersed in a complex case of poaching near Whitefish, Montana. Over a period of several weeks, nearly 20 deer were slaughtered and left to rot, angering local citizens and frustrating law enforcement. Warden Chris Crane worked overtime to collect evidence in hopes of stopping this malicious killing spree.
So, hey, let me know if you see any dead deer on the sides of the road. Whether it looks like roadkill or not, let us know, please.
Copy that, 5803.
It's a grizzly bear management guy.
Despite having area law enforcement and local citizens on high alert, the devastation continued with no end in sight.
Another big-bodied buck. First of all, it's a similar type bullet as what I've gotten out of the other deer. Just by casual appearance, the rifling looks similar and the same, has like a gold coating on it, 22. So if we ever get a gun, with the crime lab, we can match this up to a gun. So usually if we got a gun, we got a person, we got a suspect. So if we ever get to that point, now I've got evidence to tie a person and that gun to this deer.
The investigation continued, but after nearly 3 months and not a single lead, the likelihood of finding the poachers was diminishing. That's when Chris decided to employ a tactic that would eventually pay off.
So I sent a letter to the Whitefish City Chamber of Commerce and asking for basically trying to get some reward money going. So that currently is now is $4,450. Some tip mop money, some is donations from private citizens and business owners. So what that has done, as soon as that first press release went out, is we got a tip. We got a tip on some guys, so we called them up and brought them in to do some interviews, which they did. And they're starting to tell us about some deer that they shot, that they were kind of bored or kind of looking for something to do and decided to shoot some deer. And we did a search on the suspect's vehicle. We've recovered some evidence that should match the gun to some of the evidence that we have. But I think based on what we know and the evidence that we've taken, I think that there's some other guys out there or other people out there that are guilty of this too.
After the initial tip, wardens spent nearly a year piecing together a complex investigation that would stand up to rigorous court scrutiny. This meant hundreds of hours analyzing evidence and tying it back to each suspected poacher. The dedication of the wardens paid off, when Chris went to serve the first suspect his citations.
So the guy we're going to be meeting first is not the biggest player, but he's out with these guys a couple of nights. He actually put a tag on one of the deer that were killed illegally, a big one, to try to cover up the other guys' we'll just call it poor decisions at this point. So he's not the major player, but he is an important key to this. So I'll give him a call.
Hello?
Hey, Paul, it's Chris.
You?
I am. There's a couple minivans out here, so I'm close to all of them, so you'll see me. I'm in a really dirty truck.
Yep, all right.
Okay, bye.
Be there in a minute.
Okay. Yeah, good. How's it going?
Pretty good.
It's been a while. Yeah. So we got some citations based on your involvement in this deal. Okay.
All right.
So there's a couple different charges here. You know, I can't discuss the case at all, but basically there's unlawful possession. This has to do with your license, alter, transfer, loan license, and accountability for waste of game. The court will not let me tell you how much it's worth.
Dang.
I can tell you that some of these, if you're found guilty, that you can lose hunting and fishing privileges is mandatory.
Yeah, yeah.
And some are optional, depending on the judge. And there's possibly restitution as well, which is basically paying the state back for the animals that were killed.
God, that's a lot of fines.
It is, it is.
All right, I'll get back to work.
Okay, questions or anything, Paul, about how all this works?
Other than, can you give me the money for it?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, I kind of figured that.
Yeah, right. All right.
All right.
Okay, see you later, man.
Have a good one.
So he's walking a little heavier now. I think he's realizing what kind of financial situation that's going to put him in if he's found guilty on this stuff. So
Serving the warrants doesn't get easier on Wardens.
you know what bothered me about that?
In the fall of 2012, poachers just outside the town of Whitefish were shooting trophy bucks and leaving them to rot. This small northwest Montana community bound together and helped wardens locate the suspects. A year after the multitude of crimes, Warden Chris Crane is serving the violations. Facing 48 counts, the second suspect declined camera presence at his residence. The large number of violations stem from over 20 deer being shot. With each poaching incident, the wardens were able to cite numerous violations, including shooting from a roadway, waste of game, using artificial light, and unlawful possession of big game, along with hunting over the limit and during closed season. The results of an extensive investigation and dedicated work by the wardens of Region 1. The suspect was cooperative, but apparently didn't grasp the severity of the crime and how it would adversely affect his future.
You know, I think when folks imagine what the guy that would look like that would be guilty of all this stuff and all the stuff that we have evidence of, all the dead critters, and would not picture this guy's face and family. He said he wants to be a game warden. He's going to school. He's taking criminal justice and some wildlife classes, and asked me what his chances are with that. Not good, bud. Not good.
The third suspect in this case is facing 43 charges. The killing spree eliminated over 20 mature bucks and left the community stunned. Hundreds of man-hours were consumed investigating this case, a price wardens are willing to pay to protect the incredible wild resources of this state.
How's it going?
Going.
Good. Where you're? Huh? Yep.
Yeah.
So I got a bunch of paperwork for you. I'm still kind of finishing it. You got your driver's license on you?
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I probably won't need it, but I'll just check it anyway.
Yep, definitely.
How you been?
Oh, working.
Good, good.
Yeah, there that is.
All right.
Each of these suspects will have their day in court. The wardens work diligently to build a solid case, backing up the charges that Crane is serving nearly a year after the trophy animals were stolen from the landscape.
All right. This is massive. Anything on your mind right now?
Yep.
What's on your mind right now?
I want to be in this position ever again.
Very good. We like to hear that. But do you realize the impact of what you're alleged to have done?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Thank you.
So I got quite a few of them. Let's say in my experience in the Wardens for 10 years, the only other time I've dealt this many tickets out to one person was a few minutes ago to the guys that you were with. So.
As tickets are explained and as reality sets in, the suspect remains quiet. Facing numerous charges and possible jail time, he begins to question his future.
If you're found guilty, it's gonna put you in hurt for a while, but it's nothing that you can eventually recover from. But you know, to sound the cheesy line, you know, the deer that are dead are never gonna recover. Okay, all right. And they were, I thought I saw one in here. And I hope you guys realize that, no matter what happens with all this stuff. Dude, good work, man, and
Will do.
hopefully you get that cleared up. So,
Yep.
That's it. That's all I got for you.
All right. Well, have a nice night.
Yeah, you too. See ya.
See ya.
The guy's kind of hard to read. I don't know if he's really going to notice the impacts of what he's done. I don't know if it was really sinking in, you know? But he'll find out pretty soon. You know what bothered me about that? This dude shows up with this brand new truck. I don't know what year that's a nice truck. He's not gonna be able to afford that much longer, I don't think.
A dramatic ending to the year-long investigation, right here on Wardens.
The bonds for all that, if you were found guilty and all that, right now it's over 10 grand. Those are the charges that we feel confident. We're not being charged with everything, but those are the ones that we know that we can prove.
The senseless killing of deer in Whitefish, Montana had the community in shock. Region 1 wardens worked overtime to acquire forensic evidence, and with local support through Tipmont, the poaching hotline, were able to find the culprits. This year-long case is coming to an end with just one more offender to serve.
The apartment straight across. I am on the other side of those apartments. No apartment.
Okay, so...
Let's go.
Okay, all right. So, Tyler, what I've got is a bunch of tickets here. I don't know if you can see these or not in the light. But these are your copies. You can keep these. Taking over limited big game. Okay, so that's killing more than 1 buck in a year. Unlawful hunting a big game from a public highway. We only charge you once. Obviously, every deer is a violation for that. We only charge you for one of those. The fines for all that, or the bond for all that, if you were found guilty in all that, right now it's over 10 grand. Loss of hunting and fishing privileges for a number of years, and the judge sets that. In addition to this, so you can lose hunting and fishing privileges. Also, there's restitution. Restitution is when you have to pay the state back for the animals that were taken illegally. It's like 300 bucks a deer or something like that.
Because the state can own a deer?
Well, actually, you're not paying the state. You pay the hunted people back for it, but yeah. Any questions about the process or anything like that? I hope that you guys would, realize what happened. And, okay, well, we know that you guys fessed up on some stuff. We know that you weren't honest with everything, so, but that's... Okay, well, anyway, those are the charges that we feel confident. We're not being charged with everything, but those are the ones that we know that we can prove for you, so. All right, thanks, Tyler. Tickets are served. Let's see, so we just served, handed out on that case, that many tickets. That is a lot of tickets. That's a lot of violations. Some of these are multiple counts. You know, and you feel a little like, yeah, it's going to screw up their life for a while. They're going to have to, if they're found guilty on, you know, even half of these. But they're the ones that pulled the trigger. They're the one that made the decisions. They're the ones that, you know, behaved the way they did, and they gotta pay up now. So.
Each suspect had their day in court. Shooter number 1 pleaded guilty to 5 of the 9 misdemeanors he was charged with. He was ordered to pay over $2,000 in fines and lost his hunting and fishing privileges for 2 years. The second suspect faced 48 criminal charges. His privileges to hunt and fish were taken away for 5 years, and he was ordered to pay nearly $7,000 in fines and restitution. The third shooter pleaded guilty to 7 of the 43 initial charges. He was ordered to pay nearly $4,500 in fines and restitution, and lost his hunting and fishing privileges for 40 years. The final suspect was found guilty of 4 of his initial 24 violations. He lost his hunting and fishing privileges for 4 years and was ordered to pay nearly $2,000 in fines. If you have information regarding fish or wildlife crimes in Montana, please call 1-800-TIP-MONT. Together, we can help protect Montana and the wildlife that call this majestic land home.